How you doing, guys? This is Drakbolt, and I've got a funny thing to show you here. This is an old program that I wrote quite a while ago. Started on it, I think, back in something like 2003, and made a little bit of progress in 2004. But this is a really funny thing. The only reason I'm going to show it to you is because somebody asked, a friend of mine I've been talking to, actually one of the makers of Helena the Third, which I put up a video of recently, asked me what I had previously been involved in that was a 3D effort, like I mentioned. Well, it's been a while, but I dug out the old code and got it working, so let me just jump into this so you don't get totally bored by what you're seeing. The plan of the game is pretty clear. I didn't get too far into the execution because it was a little intimidating. But anyway, you can choose between different kinds of games to play with other people. You can choose a different kind of map. I do have several loaded, but I think maybe only one of them works too well. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how well this is going to work. But we're going to get into the action pretty quick here. So let me just start it up. All right, or I could just crash it. Okay, so I think I figured that out. Let me try that again. I think Forest is probably the only one I'm supposed to choose. And there we are. Okay, so this is my game. Here's a guy firing. He's got a Gatling gun that actually rotates, and I actually created all these 3D models. These soldier guys here, these are based off some of my own intellectual property. They're kind of looking around, scanning the horizon a little bit. I'm actually really proud of the model. It's got a lot of polygons, way too many polygons. He's actually taking a shot with a laser rifle at some enemy guys here on the other side of the board. You can see the damage being done down here, showing you how much damage he's taken. Oh, okay. This is the same kind of interface where you hold down the right mouse button and you move around and you get to scroll through. You may be noticing the background. This is really funny. My whole design for this game is that you are playing on... Actually, let me turn my music down a little bit. Alright, it's nice music, but still. The design of this game is the idea that you're playing a tabletop board game in a basement. So this is a basement. You figure out I was planning on having people like having your actual face stuck up here or something, like you're standing like a dork on the other side of the table. I was planning on a lot of fun things. So you're in a basement, you're playing on a gigantic table, you're playing a big tabletop war game, only the pieces move. And they do what you want. And you don't have to do any of the dirty work or anything, and you don't have to use your imagination, God forbid. So this game actually allows you to hold to stage kind of large-scale real-time battles. Now you'll have to bear with me for a few minutes because I have to remember how this works. I do remember you could pause the game. Okay, so I hit space. Now here's the game paused. These are the health meters. I was also really proud of making these, given how they work. And the pulse speeds up when they're closer to death. Oh boy. Oh, and they all get random names. These particular guys always get names of weapons. But they're randomly generated. That was kind of fun to do. So much of this is coming back to me now. I can't believe how long ago I was working on this. But so here's where you select a guy, and when you select him, you get a close up of the health, and you get some of his statistics up here and how many shots he's got left. Like this guy. Oh crap! All right, that's the order system. That's not what I want. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Let me try this again. So this guy. Wow, it's slowing down for some reason. Oh, yeah, I don't know what's going on. So he's got the laser weapon, and he's out of ammo because he was within range, so he automatically just started opening fire on his opponent. Didn't actually do much damage to him or anything. Why is it so slow now? I think I just kind of screwed everything over. Of course, my code is probably atrocious. I'm gonna, okay, I don't know how to unpause it, which is bad. Oh, alright, I have to deselect and then unpause. So, alright, so the game has slowed down quite a bit, don't know why, don't really care. I'm gonna pause it again, select the guy, and I'm gonna tell him to go here. Now, here's the thing, you can tell a guy to go somewhere and then you tell him how you want him to get there. And translation, if I remember, this control, try that again. How do you do this? Okay, so translation controls how fast he moves, I think. I had really goofy ideas for using words in here. As you can see, there's default, there's skulk, advance, and gain. I don't know. I was playing games with the English language at that time in my life, so so there you go. If he's on gain, I think he'll go as fast as he can. Aggression? Yeah, I don't even remember what these were supposed to mean. Reconnoiter, skirmish. Cistern. Oh man, I haven't. Oh, jeez, I haven't heard that word forever. Wow, Cistern. Oh, I don't even remember what it means now, but I loved that word back when I heard it. Okay. Music is getting a little irritating. So, yeah, that was a very cool word. No idea what that's going to do. Confrontation is the choice of how to shoot. Like validate is I think only return fire or something like that. And designation is kind of like how much ammo you're willing to expend. And I actually have code in the background that controls a little bit of all this. So there was a lot of work that went into it anyway. So anyway, I'm going to give him the order by clicking in the middle to confirm what I want him to do. So his icon has moved over there and it's gone green to show that he's been given a move order. Now if I select a different guy, I think I can choose an enemy to give him a fire order or something. Yeah, so now the box is red to show that I'm making some kind of an attack order. Once again, I don't remember what these do, but red is usually like the most aggressive, so might as well. So he's going over there. So now when I unpause, both these guys are going to go and try to complete their orders. And the whole idea was for both sides to make their orders and then simultaneously unpause. You know, that would all be controlled, and then all the action would play out for a predetermined period. I think I had the idea that both players would vote how long that was going to be, and then the system would just kind of work out, you know, something in the middle, and would go for that amount of time. So, excuse me. So, anyway, if I unpause it now, I don't have anybody selected. So if I unpause it, there they go. All right. So let me pause it again real quick, just to show my awesome. You know, you would not believe how long it took me to get this running motion to look realistic. I mean, I actually still feel like that guy looks like that's a pretty realistic run. And I wasn't using any, that was just all by hand. I was not using any, you know, pictures or any other tools. I literally just took every bone in the skeleton and moved it to where I thought would be, you know, the most realistic. But I've always been good at physics, so that worked well. All right, now this guy's gun is rotating, so he's actually firing. Let's watch him. So I don't know if you saw that, but he just unloaded a whole bunch of shots at that guy. Hit him like 6 times. So I don't know if you noticed that, but he actually was moving kind of slowly while he was aiming. There's a different animation involved there. Let me see if I can trigger that again. Just have him do the same thing. So now watch this. Oh, wow, that's not the way he's supposed to be aiming. But you can see that I have special animation built in for when people are firing from the side and everything. I went about this all the wrong way programmatically. I mean, the guy's is like, you know, his upper torso should be moving or something. It should be separate from the lower torso in terms of the animation, but it should still be attached. And unfortunately, these models, this is just one giant piece. So it just really shows my inexperience with the stuff. But I was trying to get into it, so yeah, he's not facing the right direction, or he actually should just be moving to the right, but he's using the animation for walking backwards, which to me still looks good. And they were supposed to, these guys are kind of like the baddest ass guys in the game. They were supposed to be just basically all about business. So now these guys, I think they're going to open fire back on this guy. Oh, watch this guy get shot. I got little, look at that. That cool? That's like, I did that in 2003. I think that's pretty cool. Now they're opening fire on him. He got close enough. Now that guy will not fire because he's got somebody in the way. This guy's getting plastered. Let me pause it. He's taking a little bit of damage, but these guys are really tough. I'm not sure. Oh, he just took a couple of big hits. He's getting hurt. Ah, look at his pulse now. Look at that. So, and I did have some sounds. I had some sounds. I especially had a beep that I was happy with for that pulse thing, which sounded really cool. It sounded very much like a heart rate monitor in a hospital or something. But I'm not even going to try to find a way to enable those sounds right now. So anyway, he's shooting him. There's no death animation or anything like that. He's probably quite dead. He's probably like way negative or something. He will not last long, obviously, but I don't have any of that programmed. Now this guy would fire if he had line of sight. Actually, oh, okay, there's another thing I forgot about. If you click on a guy in real time, you'll get his point of view. I forgot about this. And I think if you hit tab, yeah, if you hit tab, you switch between the guys, and you also get a little reticle showing you who he wants to pick for a target and what he thinks his percent chance of hitting is. And this is the global cam. Wow. I'm actually pretty impressed with how much work I put into this without ever actually finishing it. So yeah, I hit tab, and I'm looking at this guy. And I can pause it from here. That doesn't actually do any good, though. I could swear I used to have the ability somehow to take a guy like this and actually move him. And it shows you who you're viewing as. It shows you're facing here. It shows north, and then there's a second line that shows where he's looking. That's where the white is where north actually is, and then oh, I don't know. I don't remember. It took me a long time to get that stupid circle working. I remember that much. Okay, so the global cam. So, jeez, I'm doing it again. Oh, okay. All right. So I want to pause it now so I can issue orders. And I want to show the collision detection. Just make this guy go around this, because I was real happy with this. It took a long time to do. But they're really smart about avoiding stuff. There's a lot of logic that goes back and forth. You can have a whole bunch of guys really all colliding with each other, and they don't get deadlocked. They don't stop, and I mean, it worked. It actually works pretty well. Again, it's all moving pretty slow. You know, sometimes they wait, but somebody always makes a decision, and works pretty well. Again, my code is terrible, so I'm not sure why it's all slowing down. Maybe even Fraps is slowing it down, but anyway, there's a lot going on here, and the one of the cool things too, I remember this. If I take a guy and tell him to move like up here, but I keep him on, I think it was reconnoiter, because I think aggression has to do with how much you put yourself available out there to be shot at, how vulnerable you make yourself. I think translation is just sheer speed, but aggression is how much cover you want to take. So I think if I put him on reconnoiter, he'll actually try and put the cover in between himself and the other guy. I know I had something like that built in at one time, but I really don't know where the hell is... Okay. Let me just unpause it and see what happens. All right, now he's trying to reconnoiter. He wants to get way up there. Look what he's doing. God, it's beautiful. Aside from going unbelievably slow, but that could obviously all be fixed. But look what he's doing. He's staying behind cover. Now he's making a beeline to get behind that cover as soon as possible, and then watch what he does when he's done. I still can't believe how slow this is going. Wow, my programming sucked back then. All right, so now he's got that cover in between him. Oh, he's going for the most distant cover first. God, I remember programming all this now. So there he goes, slower and slower. My goodness. Wow, this thing is just bogging. It says my FPS is 30. That's not right, though. So now he's got his reconnoiter position. He's trying to keep cover in between, and obviously the collision center of that, the distance that he's picking is a little off, but he's doing the smart thing, and he's probably going to bounce over to that one after this, something like that. So he'll take a roundabout way of getting there. He just wants to get out of line of sight from the enemy here, who actually probably will fire at him when he gets in sight. And you can see he's holding his gun up now. As soon as I get around the cover, now he's going to fire at him again. As soon as he comes in the range. Don't shoot me. There it is. Taking a bunch of different shots. All of these, all the rules of, you know, all the coding that's going on in the background, all of this stuff is, oh yeah, he hits the ground. I forgot I made that. That's cool. Wow. All the rules and all the code, all the actual data in the background is all based on a tabletop war game that I designed. That I never had the final urge and the capital and everything at once to turn into a real commercial endeavor, but I sure have used the intellectual property quite a few times in projects and stuff. But anyway, not sure there's much else I can show you. I remember there was a way to change what player I was, but I do not remember how to do that. Ooh, just stop the game or something. So I don't remember how to change the player. Oh, look at that. Forgot I could do that in this thing. And oh, it's F4 changes sides. So how can I get the, okay. All right, I made F4 change sides. So all right, so now one more thing I wanted to show. So if I send this guy way out there, and I unpause, and then I select him, look at that. Isn't that cool? Very nice. Camera stays right glued to his head, and he gets his own fog view, and I was intending on reducing that further with other weather effects and stuff like that. So yeah, it was, okay, how do I, all right, I want to, okay. What the hell am I looking at? All right. So anyway, there's a lot of cool stuff about this game, and there are other things that I've worked on, but for some reason playing Helena III just tended to remind me of this one. This is not the only environment that I've used. I actually have a different version of the software with palm trees and much more variable landscape and all kinds of stuff going on. I made several versions of this, and I can't even remember. I really don't even know which version actually does which. You know, there's one that was supposed to be more like a first-person game, and then there was this one, which was some kind of wacky tabletop game. So, I don't know. I got a lot of old code sitting around that's probably never done anything. So, anyway, this game is called Black Rain Man-to-Man. It was supposed to be another game in the same series of Black Rain Athletus, which uses the Vigrid engine. That's another project of mine. That's online. You can find that at my website, Krizik.com. It's old. It's old. It's not great. It does work, and it's kind of cool in some ways. These are the White Leopards, the Vanir. the Vanir infantry. Actually, they're in the exactly the same pose right there as they are on the little pixelated drawings in that other project. So maybe you'll recognize these guys. But that is it. Let me see if I can turn one of these guys a little bit. Oh, that guy. Oh, jeez. I think I have this guy set to follow or something. I remember I could do that. Yeah, he is. He's following him. Whoa. All right. Okay. Pause it. Move over there, and you not going well. I need to. No, I don't actually want to pick him. No. Wow. So my selection ranges. Maybe that's the other team. Okay. So you just go over there. All right. Now, I just wanted switch teams to make these guys look at each other, and they're still not close enough. Damn it. Just wanted to show you the model a little bit more. Let's see how that does. That's not much better. At some point, I will look around. Will I turn over there, or will a gigantic icon be in the way? And there it is. All I want to do is show his damn face. I am thwarting myself. Okay. Okay. Stop doing that. Wow. Well, I didn't make this, particularly easy to play. Okay. Let's try that. So look at that. Except for the stupid... Damn. Is that green marker just going to stay there? Well, anyway, you can see he's got a nice little red slit there. The armor these guys wear, sort of based on Maximilian from the Black Hole, from that ridiculous movie. It gave me nightmares when I was a kid. So I think I've always loved armor and face plates and stuff that look like that. I always thought they looked scary and powerful. So anyway, this video is going way too long. It's late. I got to go to work tomorrow. I have no time for myself. So hope you enjoyed this really goofy off-the-wall stuff. I am willing to bet I'm going to get some requests to try and bring this game back, or maybe give the code to somebody else or something. I don't know. Or maybe nobody pays attention to it. But anyway, this is Drakbolt. Thanks for watching. Have a good night.